What do you think you're doing? Get out of here. Liam's voice was tense, filled with a mix of anger and desperation. The room felt smaller, his emotions building like a storm. He thought, if you leave, maybe I won't have to wrestle with this wild urge to act like an animal around you. Don't worry, he added, softer now, almost resigned to his fate. Even if I bleed out, it's not something that could kill me. His heart ached. How had they gotten to this point, where the thought of losing her terrified him more than the thought of dying? He watched her, every step she took pulling them deeper into this twisted situation. If you take one more step, I'll shoot, she warned. Go ahead, Liam replied, almost welcoming the danger. He'd been waiting for something, maybe even death itself. But it wasn't death he really wanted. No, he wanted her, her heart, her love. I'm going to win your heart, no matter what it takes. Suddenly, she moved closer. MPH, what are you? He was caught off guard, but deep down, he wasn't pushing her away. This intense back and forth between them had become intoxicating. Wider, she commanded. If this is what you want, you'd better get used to it. Liam laughed, dark and low. Does it even matter that you're a villain? He smirked. Go on, stab me again. Push it in. His feelings for her were starting to blur. Hatred? Love? Obsession? He couldn't tell anymore. I think I'm starting to develop a sinful interest in you, he admitted. Looking into her eyes, he didn't fully understand what was happening between them, but he knew it wasn't something he could walk away from. Pleasure to meet you, Hana. Eunseong Yoo, he said, her name lingering in the air. Few people would dare mess with Liam, but even fewer would dare mess with her now that she was tangled up with him. Their relationship was convoluted, a dangerous game with no clear end. Liam knew he wasn't the hero, not even close. I may be the bad guy, but you're the one who used me. And yet, despite the betrayal, he couldn't let her go. You won't find yourself facing the FBI, Liam promised. I'll make sure that never happens. Liam took one look at Hana and knew she had been drinking heavily. Tough night, he asked, watching her struggle to keep her eyes open. She was fading fast, barely staying conscious. Before she could react, a group of men appeared, their intentions far from innocent. Grab her, one of them sneered, their eyes on her body. But Hana wasn't fully out of it. What do you think you're doing? She growled, regaining her focus. You awake, one of the men taunted, but he had no idea what kind of trouble he was in. Before they could act, chaos erupted. Guys, I warned you. Hana's partner, Lieutenant Jason, stormed in, putting an end to their twisted game. One of the men gasped, recognizing her. Is that Hana Lee? The top counterterrorism agent. Yeah, that's her. Never failed a mission, legendary status, and she's got a twin brother in the intelligence service. It was like something out of a movie. As they tried to piece together what just happened, Jason scolded Hana for going too far. I told you not to kill anyone, he snapped. Hana shrugged, still not fully sober. I didn't kill them, she said. I just went a little overboard. She handed over the evidence, a burner phone, a knife, and a recording of the whole incident. It's all here. Attempted murder, robbery, assault. These guys weren't exactly saints. Jason sighed, realizing they had a mountain of evidence to deal with. Good job, he muttered, knowing Hana had, once again, taken things in her own hands. But next time, just try to keep it a little more subtle. Hana smirked. Talk is cheap. I expect to be compensated in cash for saving your hide. As they wrapped up, Jason tried to change the subject, but Hana wasn't letting him off the hook. I know you're getting a promotion once those two are locked up. Don't forget my reward. They decided to grab a drink afterward, Hana reminding Jason to keep her involvement in the incident on the down low. No one was supposed to know she was even there. Their conversation drifted to her brother, Dum, who had been traveling for missions. Last she heard, he was in Cambodia after stops in the US and Spain. He was smart, always had been. Suddenly, Hana's phone rang. The number on the screen was from Cambodia. Her stomach dropped. Ms. Hana Lee? The voice on the other end asked. It was from the National Security and Intelligence Service. What's going on? Hana asked, her voice tense. I'm sorry to inform you. Your brother didn't survive his last mission. Hana, a voice called out, interrupting her thoughts. She could barely hear the person shouting. too focused on the phone call that was unraveling her entire world. "Don't lie to me!" Hana's voice cracked as she shouted into the phone, rage and confusion mixing together. How could this happen? How could Dewey be gone? She couldn't wrap her head around it. There was no way her brother could be dead. Not him. Not Dewey. The pain hit her hard, like a wave crashing over her, leaving her feeling deaf and blind to everything else. This has to be some kind of nightmare, she thought. Nothing made sense. Memories of their childhood flashed in her mind. Dewey, her little brother, always standing up for her, even when it meant taking the punishment himself. "It's all my fault," she whispered, remembering how he had tried to protect her when she complained about the food. He had always been her protector. Now it felt like the world was punishing him all over again. "Hana, you promised to protect him," she reminded herself. She had come back to Korea for Dewey, to keep him safe. But now he was in danger, and she had to do something before it was too late. Suddenly, there was a faint noise coming from her phone. Was it him? "Dewey!" she screamed, frantically trying to hear him over the weak signal. The call was breaking up, but she caught fragments of his words. He was in danger, and the connection could drop at any second. "Tell me your coordinates," she yelled, desperation filling her voice. The signal was fading fast, but she had to stay calm. She needed to track his location, to find him before it was too late. Hana's mind raced. The agency had said he was dead, but now she knew he was alive. In serious trouble, but alive. "I have to get to Cambodia," she thought. Time was running out, and if she didn't act soon, she might actually lose her brother. Meanwhile, across the world in Sicily, Italy, the news of stolen goods reached the ears of Giulio Parenti, the ruthless capo of the Sicilian Mafia. "Our goods were stolen?" he asked, his eyes narrowing as he learned the details. It had happened in Cambodia, and the man in charge, Nicolo, had been shot dead. Giulio wasn't one to let things slide. "Get everything ready," he ordered, preparing to leave for Cambodia. "I bet they're waiting for me." Hana was overwhelmed with guilt and frustration. "I should have protected Dewey," she thought, but her focus quickly shifted to the mission at hand. "Taijun, stop crying. Where's Dewey's body?" she demanded. Taijun, devastated, admitted they couldn't recover it. "A bomb went off," he said, suggesting that Dewey had stolen something valuable from the Mafia, possibly triggering the attack. Determined to find her brother, Hana instructed Taijun to meet her at Phnom Penh Airport by 9:20 a.m. Taijun, confused, tried to convince her not to pursue the situation, but Hana was set on finding Dewey alive, not accepting his presumed death. The heat in the streets of Phnom Penh was unbearable as Taijun arrived in a tuk-tuk, claiming he was off duty. Hana quickly grew suspicious of his actions. "I need coordinates, Taijun. Where did you last see Dewey?" she pressed. He hesitated but gave her the information, admitting it was about 75 kilometers north of their current location. As they continued their conversation, Hana became increasingly wary of Taijun's intentions. He shared details about Dewey's last mission, the drugs he had pocketed, and his connection to the Mafia, but Hana knew something wasn't right. She couldn't fully trust him and was convinced that he might have already informed his superiors about her presence in Cambodia. Later, Hana found herself at Dewey's apartment. The place was eerily tidy, just like her brother had always kept it. But something felt off. The drink labels were arranged wrong, and small details weren't quite right. Whoever had been there tried to make it look like Dewey's doing, but they had missed key details. Searching for any clues, Hana stumbled upon a hidden projector disguised as a lamp. As she activated it, she realized Dewey had set it up long ago. It was then that she made a difficult decision. She needed to reach out to someone she hadn't planned on contacting again. The stakes were getting higher, and she had to act fast. Hana hesitantly contacted Logan after a long time. "It's been a while, Logan," she said, not thrilled to reconnect, but knowing she needed help. Logan, ever the joker, teased her, asking if she had dialed the wrong number while drunk, like calling an ex-lover. She brushed it off, quickly getting to the point she needed his assistance. Logan, intrigued, asked why she was in Cambodia and what kind of favor she needed. Hana explained the situation, hinting at the Mafia's involvement and her brother Dewey's connection to them. That piqued Logan's interest immediately. "You've got a huge case on your hands," he said, already agreeing to help and promising to send the necessary resources, including weapons Hana used in the past. Later, Hana made her way to Valentine's Day, a private military company known for handling high-risk missions. As she arrived at their safe house, she was greeted by Oslo, an old acquaintance who was excited to see her alive after so long. Despite Oslo's warm welcome, Hana was focused. She needed to speak with Logan right away. When Logan arrived, the conversation became serious. "So, Giulio Parenti, capo of the Sicilian Mafia, took out your brother?" Logan asked. Hana explained that while the official story was Wei died during a mission, she believed he was still alive and that Parenti had something to do with his disappearance. Logan, familiar with the Mafia's ways, found it odd. Parenti isn't the type to kidnap. If he wanted someone gone, they'd be dead already, he said, hinting that something didn't add up. He also mentioned how two other key figures, Smith and Petrov, had been close with Parenti ever since a terrorist attack in Chicago the previous year. Hana's suspicions deepened when Logan brought up Moojin Kong, a powerful Korean tycoon. Logan revealed that he was in Cambodia because of Kong, who was one of his clients, though he kept the details of their relationship confidential. The conversation shifted when another member of Valentine's Day shared new intelligence. Parenti's goods had been stolen by a Cambodian criminal organization called Mesa. This could be a crucial lead. Hana's attention was drawn to a man introduced as Eunseong Yoo, signaling another potential ally or obstacle in her quest to find her brother. As the puzzle pieces began to fall into place, Hana realized the situation was far more complicated than she first thought, and now, with powerful figures involved, she had to proceed with even more caution. Hana meets a new face, Eunseong Yoo, who introduces himself with a polite "pleasure to meet you." She wonders if he's half Korean, but doesn't dwell on it too much. He offers to help while she's in Cambodia, and Hana, always cautious, accepts, knowing she can use all the help she can get. Meanwhile, Taejun is growing more frustrated by the minute. Where did she go? I can't even call her. He spots Hana and scolds her for walking around so casually in a dangerous place like this. Do you even know how risky it is? But Hana, unfazed, simply says it's hot and they should head inside. Once inside, the conversation takes a more serious turn. Hana confronts Taejun about the information he provided. There's a lot missing, especially from the surveillance video. She points out how off Duyi's behavior seemed in the footage. He entered a building filled with mobsters, but was dragged out before a bomb went off. Doesn't that seem staged? She asks. Taejun tries to defend himself, saying they found a body in a suicide vest, but it was too damaged for an autopsy. Hana isn't buying it. So, you found a dog tag on a body that was unrecognizable, and just assumed it was him? Taejun insists he's telling the truth, but Hana isn't convinced. From now on, she tells him, "You're an accomplice in this case." Hana warns him to tell his superiors that she hasn't left Duyi's apartment since the day before. Taejun agrees, and she leaves him behind, musing over his heartbreaking betrayal. But for Hana, it's too early to call it betrayal. She's waiting to see how the story ends. She heads out, armed with coordinates to a safe house that Logan had provided. He warned that the Cambodian crime syndicate would likely head there, but Hana was determined to get there first. Confident, she prepares for what's ahead. But then, Eunseong surprises her with a personal question. "Are you seeing anyone?" Hana brushes it off with a smile, hinting at a sarcastic answer, saying, "Sure am. Right here." Eunseong backs off with a laugh, saying he'd better leave before getting scolded again. "See you soon, Hana," he says, hoping she'll make it out alive. As Hana presses forward, she reflects on the strange twists in her journey so far. Things are getting more complicated by the day, and the ending of this story is still unclear. Duyi's voice echoes in the back of Hana's mind as she grapples with the chaos he's brought into her life. "What have you dragged me into?" she wonders. All seems quiet on her end, yet she craves reassurance. "Can't you just give me a sign that you're still alive?" On a call with Logan, he reassures her that nothing has happened yet. "I feel a bit too relaxed," he admits, but there's a pressing question on her mind. "Why wasn't Duyi wearing one of the badges?" she asks. Logan brushes it off, citing Liu as a tough character to deal with. "Liu? I haven't heard that name before," Hana replies, intrigued. Logan explains it's Edward Liu, the name he uses in the U.S., before the tension rises as they hear someone approaching. Looks like he's arrived, Logan says, ending the call just as Liu walks in. Why would you show up without warning? Hana asks. Liu grins. I like surprising people. Besides, you didn't give me much choice. As they sit down, Hana cuts to the chase. Why are you here? Liu responds. I thought you might be bored. Frustrated, she retorts. Cut the crap. He insists he has personal business to settle with Mesa, the syndicate Hana is supposed to investigate. Mesa is one of the drug cartels in Cambodia. They didn't just steal from Parenti. They killed someone from the Sicilian Mafia, Hana explains. Liu wants to know how Eunseong got involved and expresses concern over Logan's plans. Don't worry, I won't get in your way, he assures her. You handle Giulio Parenti, and I'll take care of Mesa, just like we planned. Suddenly, Hana challenges him. You're not a Valentine's Day agent. Liu responds nonchalantly. Did I ever say I was? I just offered to help while you're in Cambodia. Before they can dive deeper, Hana receives urgent intel. Mesa is on the move, she warns. They'll arrive at the coordinates in 3 hours. There are 40 of them, all heavily armed, with 1 trailer, 2 shipping containers, and 6 trucks. Logan, who has been tracking their movements, is already in pursuit. Do you think you can handle this? He asks Hana, who is left wondering how things escalated to this point. Just an hour ago, Hana couldn't have imagined the chaos she's now facing. 1 hour earlier. We can't engage, she whispers urgently. I'll sneak into the trailer and aim for the truck's tires in front. Are you planning to hold the whole group until Giulio Parenti arrives? Someone asks. Not at all, Hana replies confidently. Step 1. Detonate the landmine when Mesa shows up. Step 2. Slip into the trailer under the cover of chaos. Step 3. Wait for Parenti to arrive. She adds, I'm taking the minimal force approach, just enough time to get into the trailer. Okay, just don't die, all right? They caution. What? I'm starting to like you more than I expected, she teases. Sure, they respond, slightly annoyed. You know, this is getting kind of old. You're so mean. Hana laughs before shifting into serious mode. Get ready. Target 1 is 3 minutes away. Target 2 spotted. 5 black SUVs are 25 minutes behind Target 1. Parenti is with them. Copy that, she acknowledges, feeling the tension rise. 1 minute to go. They're traveling at 70 kilometers per hour, the team informs her. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Signs of life detected inside the trailer. Copy that. Hana relays. 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind you at 11 o'clock. Handle that one for you, they shout, and Hana replies, yeah, thanks a lot. Where's Target 2? 5 minutes to go. It's moving at high speed. Large collision anticipated. What? Are they planning to crash into us? God damn it. Who's siphoning off this stuff without asking? Do you know who this belongs to? It's Giulio Parenti's. For God's sake, if I'd known this was going to happen, I wouldn't have signed the contract. It sounds like he never wanted Parenti's goods. Collision imminent. Colliding. Hana, are you all right? Hana. If you take one more step, I'll shoot, she warns defiantly. Go ahead. I've been waiting to die, she retorts, staring down the barrel of the gun. What are you going to do with her? Someone asks. Take her with us? I need to see if she's useful. Ugh. Looks like you've got quick reflexes, Giulio Parenti remarks, eyeing the situation. And you are? Hana responds, her eyes narrowing. Were you waiting for me inside that trailer? He asks. That's right. Why? She replies. Before I answer that, take off your clothes? Excuse me, she retorts, taken aback. You don't expect me to leave the bathroom looking like this, do you? Look how filthy I am. Who said you'd be leaving here alive? He smirks. Was that some kind of attempt to flirt with me? As if. But I guarantee you, you're going to end up needing me. Me need you, he scoffs before suddenly pushing her back. What the hell are you, Whiter? If that's what you want, you'd better get used to things like this, don't you think? You misunderstood what Giulio. What are you doing? A voice interrupts. That man? I thought you were planning to kill her. What are you waiting for? Giulio replies casually. I was going to kill her. After all, She said she came to kill me. But then she kept coming on to me, and before I knew it, I was fooling around with her. Again? Don't tell me you. I take that back. I was just worried, he mutters. Again? What does he mean by that? Hana thinks, feeling confused. I don't understand much Italian, but it feels like something strange is going on. She realizes she needs to find an opening, and fast. Anyway, I'll take over from here. I'll make a clean job of it. No. You go out and report yesterday's incident. Don't even think about coming closer. Arf. Looks like we did a bad job of tying you up, he taunts. That wouldn't have made a difference. I was determined to track you down. Hey, I hear footsteps, and nothing's going to stop me from doing what I came here for. You were looking for me? He asks, intrigued. You still don't know? You fell for my plan. I'm the one who brought you into all of this. Boss. Giulio. So what is it that you want from me? I want you to help me. If you do, I'll catch the bastard who's been impersonating you. Excuse me, what should we do with the bodies? Dispose of them however you see fit. They're just a bunch of criminals anyway. You can take all the credit for catching them, comes the reply. Parenti and his gang took the weapons box and the trailer with the cocaine. The last thing I need to handle is... You arrived much later than I expected, Taijun. I haven't seen you since Hana gave you that beating. Looks like you survived. Oh yeah. By the way, why didn't you tell me earlier that Hana and Dui are twins? Oh, I didn't think it was that important. But it's important now. I need information on Hana Lee. She's nothing but an ordinary citizen these days. Dui's her only living family member. That's why she can't give up on him and came all the way here, Taijun. That's for me to decide. Now listen carefully. You'd better start being useful before I get rid of you. Are you interested in her? She's an alluring woman. That's why I'm thinking about adjusting my plans. So, you're going to catch the guy who's been impersonating me? Seems a bit late for that. Those guys from Mesa were killed by a sniper at the scene. I didn't even get a chance to ask them any questions. My brother has been tracking your imposter. If you help me, we can find out who's behind all this. Your brother? There's a rumor going around that you ordered a hit on a Korean intelligence service agent, who just so happens to be my brother. If that's the case, then wouldn't that mean he's already dead? No, he's still alive. That's why I came to find you. I needed to be sure. To confirm if I killed him? No. To confirm that you didn't. He must be very dear to you. So I planned all this to get Parenti's attention. What do you say? If I can make him think I'm useful, this operation will have been a success. First, this is what you wanted, isn't it? Bring it to me, Romano. Let's take a little break. Here, take this and let Lorenzo go. Romano, do you really expect me to just drink that? You're the one who ordered me to strip, and you won't even trust me this much? No doubt they've spiked it with something. I have no idea if it's poisoned or drugged, but I get the feeling they're not going to try to kill me. I'll have to risk it. Oh, it's a bit strong. The doctor? Set to arrive in 30 minutes. Make sure she gets treated every last inch of her. I'm not going to just let this go. You better not forget that. I'm going to do to you exactly what you did to me. All the pain I've had to endure. I'll make sure you suffer just like I did. Whose room is this? So they only gave me sleeping pills? I wasn't expecting them to dress my wounds. What an awful nightmare. That's a memory I'd prefer to forget. Back when I was a Valentine's Day agent, there was a man who ended up behind bars because of me. During the 7 months he spent in prison, his enemies found and murdered his entire family. He hurled curses at me, vowing revenge. At first, I just scoffed at him, but as time went on, I grew more uneasy. When things were really bad, I would check in on Dui every day to make sure he was okay. Later, I heard that the man had been killed in some revenge scheme. That was the first time I felt happiness after hearing someone had died. It was a terrible experience that shattered my dignity as a human being, a moment of disillusionment I never wanted to experience again. It's okay. Just stop thinking about it. I'm going to save Dui no matter what it takes. That's all I need to focus on. But first, I need to find something to eat. Then I'll think of a different way to convince Parenti. Did he throw out all my clothes? That pervert. I knew he'd be tough to deal with, but I didn't expect him to be so unhinged. And I have no idea why he's keeping me alive. It didn't seem like he was going to accept my offer anytime soon. It's you. I'm sorry. I feel terrible about what happened earlier. I should try getting on his good side. With luck, I might coax some information about Parenti out of him. You really shouldn't have tried to pull that gun on me. It's got me feeling all resentful. Go back to your room. Don't even think about trying anything funny. I won't. I promise. I'll be a perfect little hostage. So, do you mind getting me something to eat? I haven't had anything all day. I'm starving. We don't have much in terms of food. Is that okay? Anything's fine. Follow me. Who the hell are you anyway? An assassin? A North Korean spy? Nope, wrong on both counts. I used to be in the South Korean Special Forces. Now I'm just a baeksu. Baeksu? Oh, I know that word. Sei taught me. Sei? Oh, yes, that's right. There's this girl who looks a lot like you. So you've arrived. Eat. Whoa. Did you used to be a chef? It's just a hobby of mine. If you're not going to eat. No. I'm about to dig in. Thanks. I was thinking you were just a gun-toting mobster. I gotta admit, I'm surprised. This is so good. All right. So, who's that Sei person you were talking about earlier? Sound like a Korean name. Is she part of the Mafia? Or Giulio Parenti's lover, perhaps? She's just one of our colleagues, that's all. Also, don't ever mention that name in front of Giulio. Do you understand? And try not to upset him too much. He's going easy on you right now. Okay, I'll try. Giulio and Sei. There's definitely something going on between them. So, you're looking for your brother? Yeah. Do you know anything? Of course I do. Parenti doesn't take people hostage. He hates the hassle. He'd rather just kill them. And what about the imposter? Isn't he going to do anything about them? We'd never get anything done if we went after every single person pretending to be him. There's more than one? How many? So many that you trip over them when you step onto the street. Guess he's not interested in catching them then. Does that mean he was pretending to play into my hands? But why? Since the intelligence service thinks they have evidence proving Dee betrayed them, I need to stay here until I can find something that proves otherwise. What could he be scheming? By the way, you're not with the FBI, are you? Why? Because I'm so amazing? I shouldn't have asked. Why not? This is fun. Come on, keep asking me stuff. Looks like you two have gotten close. Were you enjoying a nice date? Date? What date? This woman tried to kill me. Have you already forgotten? Plus, she's not my type. I like voluptuous blondes. Blondes who aren't just a bag of bones. Well, you're not my type either. Go get changed. There are clothes in the bedroom. Clothes? But I'm really starting to like this shirt. Do I have to? They took all my clothes away earlier. What are they trying to pull? You can't wear that where we're going. Ah, so I guess the preparations are complete. Go change your clothes, Signorina. We're going to a funeral. They had recovered the body of their colleague who died in Cambodia and were holding a small service in their memory. Each of them held a flower and said their last goodbyes as they looked toward the hearse carrying the casket. Some managed to hold back their tears while others broke down in sorrow. Were you speaking Korean? Yes, that's what we say at funerals. It means we hope the departed will be happy and liberated from death. Liberation. I see. Let's talk when the service is over. I want to finish yesterday's conversation. There's only one thing that matters right now. I have to make sure Giulio Parenti doesn't lose interest in me. I need to stay sharp. You're still suspicious of me, aren't you? Ask me anything you want. I'll try to answer all your questions. Then, tell me exactly what it is you want from me. There's a lot I want from you. Narrow it down to 3. If I tell you, will you grant me all of my wishes? It depends on what they are. First, I want you to help me find my brother, do ye? Second, help me track down whoever targeted him. And third, where's my plate? Was the food you ate earlier not enough? All of you leave. Now. Thanks. I should probably pocket that knife, just in case I need it later. The more I think about it, the funnier it seems. You see, I still don't know a single thing about you. I have a very talented intelligence officer working for me, yet even they haven't uncovered anything on you. Just thought I'd warn you. Taming dangerous, insolent animals like you is kind of my thing. And in that sense, you're getting me very excited. What a psycho. He's even more deranged than I thought. Then, once you've tamed them, do you slaughter them without mercy? No. To be precise, I kill the ones that only pretend to be tamed. I start visualizing which part of them to begin with and what I should do to them. Okay, I get what your principles are, but what's up with this hand around my neck? Gavin Smith. We found your bag near the site of the collision. Inside it was a video of Gavin Smith. He was caught on tape with your brother just before the bomb went off. You saw the video? Answer my question. What's your relationship with Gavin Smith? The man in the video, come to think of it, there was someone next to Dewey. He was following him with a limp. Dewey was the only one wearing an explosive device, so I assumed he was just an informant for the enemy. That man was Gavin Smith? Gavin Smith, the former FBI agent? Smith was one of the FBI's most elite agents. He also has a deep grudge against me. He once tricked me into waging war against the Red Mafia, leaving New York City in chaos. He wanted to get me eliminated, but then he suddenly quit the FBI and hasn't been seen since. At least not until that video. And with your brother, no less. Why the hell would that bastard do that to my brother? Drop the act. I have enemies all around me. I wouldn't even trust God himself. But your brother is somehow involved with an FBI agent who has dedicated his life to getting me killed. Do you still expect me to trust you and help you find your brother, who's almost certainly with Smith right now? He's just using. Dude, it was obvious. He was in danger. I told you to drop the act. If Dewey somehow got caught up with the FBI, I have no time to lose. Enough already. Just like you care about your family, I value my brother's life more than my own. Dewey would never betray his own agency. Never. I don't care what everyone else is saying. It's you I'm suspicious of, not your brother. I'm not an FBI agent. Not that you believe anything I say. And why should I? You're a stranger, an alien entity that I can't even identify. Fine, I'll tell you who I am. My name's Hana Lee. I'm a mercenary in the employ of Valentine's Day. 1 foot is my alias. There you go. But you probably don't even know what any of that means, do you? Damn it, I wish I were an FBI agent or something. If I had that kind of power, this would never have happened. Wait, the more I get to know you, the more fascinated I am. I just can't hold myself back. What are you? MMPH. Go on, push it right in. I think I'm going to develop a sinful interest in you. Cut the crap. I'm not here to kill you. Hey, aren't you going to take these off? No. You think I can't get out of them if I wanted? I'm sure you're perfectly capable of it. But it'll be in your best interest to keep them on. There's no telling what I'll do to you if you escape. He hasn't flinched once. My plans keep getting derailed. Here I was thinking he was just a regular mobster. I assumed it'd be easy to goad him into wanting revenge. Even though I knew it'd be risky, I thought I'd be able to handle it. But it seems I've miscalculated. Look here. About Gavin Smith. Do you know how to find him? I'm sure I could track him down one way or another if I put my mind to it. Why does he want you dead? Because I killed his younger brother. You piece of... Don't let him get to you. He's just testing you. So, when are you planning to free me? When I feel I can trust you. Until then, I'll be holding you hostage. As if I haven't been a hostage all this time? We'll call you my prisoner instead. One that I can get rid of at any moment. I can't just keep sitting here like this. I guess I need to overpower those 2 guys first. Assuming they're unarmed, I could knock them out. Then if I could just jump out that window... Don't even think about it. Go to your room. We will treat you with respect as long as you remain civil towards us. Ha. Is he laughing? Damn it. Can't I just kill them all and be done with it? Are these her belongings? Hana Lee. Of course, I've heard of her. She's a legendary agent. The first time I laid eyes on her, I thought she was the Grim Reaper sent to kill me. The moment I saw her bloody face and that crazed look in her eyes, I felt this strange sense of liberation. Perhaps I wanted her to pull the trigger. Hey, what does this say? After doing some research, I believe it says Mujin Kong. Can you look into him? Of course. And find Logan Valentine's number while you're at it. Valentine? Why? Hana Lee used to work for him. No wonder she seems dangerous. We have a lot of people to find. Romano. And a lot of people to kill. Clothes Lorenzo found for her? Are you serious? They didn't even pretend to listen when I told them I wouldn't run away. I'm getting déjà vu. No one's come to help me despite all my yelling. Hey, release me, you bastards. It's been a whole day already. I need to use the bathroom. This is a complete disaster. You find this funny? How about undoing these cuffs, then? I'm not laughing. You seem to be doing fine. Did you get some sleep? You think I could get any wearing these? Rattle. I'm not going to run off, I swear. So can you hurry up and get them off me? I really need to use the bathroom. I'm serious. Hey, you heard what I said, right? I won't be able to hold it in much longer. Come on, do something. Sigh. You're driving me insane. Come on, do something. Sigh. You're driving me insane. I couldn't be trusted, so they switched the handcuffs to behind my back. You took my pants off me, so why put them back on? Did you wash your hands? Are you kidding me? How in the world would I do that? There's an easy fix for that. Now just hold on. I can't believe we're in this position. What? Are there other parts of your body you'd like me to wash for you? I get that you're feeling frisky, but being so obvious about it is a huge turn-off. Then is understated seduction more your thing? No. No amount of smooth talking is going to get me to do it with you. I value my life far too much for that. Shouldn't that be my line? You're the one who stabbed me while I was kissing you. Well, you're the one who strangled me. See these marks? They suit you? What a psycho, whatever. Just go. What do you think you're doing? If you play nice, I might give you a present. That phone? It must be a message from Dewey. Give it to me. I told you to play nice. I guess if you're not interested. No. I got to get that phone from him somehow. Now's my chance. Just a little more. Hold. MPH. You bastard. Save this stuff for your own girl. Right? What did I expect? You're nothing like her. What? Put some clothes on and follow me. We have guests waiting downstairs. Guests? What guests? Relief pitchers who are going to help you regain your freedom. Hold on. Can't you at least give me a second to check the phone? I need to see what that text says. Be grateful I even returned it to you. Or do you want me to take it back? What an **** hole. I can tell exactly what you're thinking. Anyway, do we really have to go out there looking like this? Of course. Won't everyone think it's weird? I doubt it. If people see us like this, they're going to get the wrong idea. Hana, what on earth? Looks like everyone's here. Yep, they definitely got the wrong idea. Hana, huh? Why is he suddenly speaking in Korean? Come here. Sorry, but I can't. See this? I'm a prisoner right now. I'm afraid it can't be helped. Letting her roam free would put my subordinates in mortal danger. Okay, I guess you can be a little rough. So, what are you three doing here? Mr. Parenti got in touch with us yesterday. Anyway, are you all right? I'm fine. I put up a good fight. I even managed to plunge a knife into his shoulder. What? Don't worry. I really am okay. All right, let's cut to the chase. I'm going to ask a few very direct questions. Is Hana Lee the agent known as one? Why does that matter? Answer my question. Mr. Valentine, is Hana Lee really one? Not anymore, but there was a time when she went by that name. So you're saying she's not with the FBI? That's correct. She's not. Logan, about the... Then I'd like to entrust Valentine's Day with a task. I need someone to guard Hana. Guard me? I'll do it. If you'll let me. Excuse me. But that's not. Why not? Didn't we grow quite intimate while living in that cabin? Knock it off. It's never going to happen. Look here, Parenti, this is my business. Don't go dragging other people into it. Hey, didn't you hear what I said? See, this is why I can't have my men guard her. Even us mobsters value our lives. What's your name? Eunseong Yoo. You're hired. Drink up. Phew, they finally took the handcuffs off. Manga Chill got her attitude back. If you don't want to end up in cuffs again, you better behave and listen to your guard, she warns, irritated. But her annoyance quickly turns to curiosity as she checks her phone, hoping for a text from Dewey. Instead, she finds a strange photo, just a shot of someone's feet, like they were taking a picture of the floor. But something catches her eye, a unique design. It looks like the logo of Myun Shipping Company. Suddenly, Rob barges in, saying he knocked, but she must not have heard. He notices her staring at the floor and asks why she thinks it's Myun Shipping. It's not the floor she's focused on, but the logo. If the photo is real, Dewey could be trapped on one of their ships. Myun Shipping is run by a man named Mujin Kong, and things start falling into place. Rot and Manga Chill have an intense conversation. Parenti, the eldest son of the Parenti family, is involved. He was once a part of the elite GIS Special Forces in Italy and now runs his business operations from a mansion in Sicily. After an international scandal, he only deals in legal drugs, but he has a particular sensitivity toward women with black hair tied to his past. It turns out Parenti's ex-lover, Sei Jang, is now married to the boss of the Red Mafia, Parenti's enemies. This connection sets off all kinds of triggers in him. Interestingly, Mongachil looks like Sei, which she sees as a possible advantage in her dealings with him. Later, Mongachil learns that Parenti has been invited to a party aboard a Myeon shipping yacht, where Mujin Kong will likely be present. She tries to convince Parenti to take her along, offering to help him catch an impersonator who's been pretending to be him. Parenti reveals that he already knows who the imposter is, leaving Mongachil both surprised and intrigued. What will happen next? So, Parenti already knew who had been impersonating him all along. He kept it quiet this whole time. Mongachil is frustrated. Of course, the Mafia boss wasn't just sitting around, but why hadn't he told her? She confronts him, angry that he's kept her in the dark. "Why didn't you tell me?" she demands, her frustration growing. Parenti responds coldly, reminding her he doesn't owe her any explanations. This only angers her more. How long was he planning to keep this secret? Was he getting back at her for stabbing him earlier? Their argument escalates. Mongachil switches between English and Italian, but Parenti demands she speak English, trying to regain control of the situation. Mongachil won't back down, furious that her brother could be in danger because of Parenti's secrets. She threatens him, promising to kill the impersonator, but not before coming for Parenti if her brother gets hurt. The tension between them is intense. Parenti's detached attitude only fuels her anger, making her wonder if he's just taking out his issues with his ex on her. Later, Mongachil runs into Hana, who tries to lighten the mood, but the situation is too serious for jokes. "You crossed the line," Mongachil warns. Their conversation shifts as Hana realizes what's really bothering her. Hana acts carefree, but is also feeling frustrated by everything happening around them. Eventually, Parenti returns and offers Mongachil an unexpected proposal. He'll take her to the party as his date. This will give her the freedom she needs to investigate and handle things without anyone messing with her. He assures her that few would dare interfere with his woman. Mongachil is shocked. Does this mean he's actually taking her to the party? It seems like Parenti is finally willing to help, but of course, there's a catch. He mentions feeling under the weather and subtly hints that she might owe him a favor in return. The plot thickens, and now Mongachil is going to the party. Mongachil is surprised when Parenti says he's feeling sick. Even so, he tells her to get ready for tomorrow. They'll be heading to the party together. She's skeptical but plays along, asking where they're going. Parenti reminds her that she wanted to attend a party and makes a comment about her appearance, hinting she can't go looking like that. They visit a clothing store where Mongachil picks out some clothes, but she's not too concerned about fashion. She's more focused on finding an outfit that can hide her weapons. Parenti, of course, has his unsolicited opinions, suggesting she might be better off going naked. Mongachil brushes him off, confident she'll look good in anything. Despite her shopping spree, Parenti surprises her by saying she won't be wearing what she just picked out. Annoyed, Mongachil asks if there are designer stores nearby, but Parenti dismisses her concerns, saying anything he puts on will look luxurious. Afterward, they grab coffee, and Mongachil realizes that Parenti is going easy on her, an opportunity she needs to take advantage of. She knows she needs him, specifically his name and influence. As they talk, Parenti opens up a bit about his dysfunctional family, mentioning that his siblings are constantly looking for ways to harm each other, a stark contrast to Mongachil's bond with her brother, Duyi, who means everything to her. As the conversation winds down, Parenti casually reveals that the preparations for the party are already complete and that her clothes are waiting for her back at the villa. Mongachil is confused. If everything was ready, what had they been doing this whole time? Parenti, with a smirk, says he never actually said they were going shopping. He just wanted some fresh air and found it amusing to follow her around. Mongachil is left both annoyed and intrigued, but as Parenti points out, it looked like she was having fun. With the preparations in place, the next step is clear. It's time to get ready for the party. The tension builds as things finally start to shift. Someone is preparing to return to Korea after a job gone sideways, thanks to a reckless partner who dared to use Giulio Parenti's name. Meanwhile, Hana's suspicions grow. She's been tracking Duyi using a flip phone, and now someone's intruding on her space, trying to catch her off guard. A conversation ensues, full of loaded questions. Is Hana getting too close to the mobster Parenti? Her companion presses her, even confessing his romantic interest in her. But Hana isn't buying it, seeing through the layers of deception and power plays. To him, Parenti is just a low-grade fake, a man who will discard her once he's done. Meanwhile, Hana's loyalty is questioned. Should she trust her own government or this mysterious ally? The chapter ends with a dinner invitation filled with awkward tension, accusations of poison, and a cryptic message. The next stop is Macau. It's clear that this operation is far from over. As the journey nears its conclusion, the next destination is revealed, Macau. But not everyone is on board with the plan. One character protests, reminding everyone why they came to Cambodia in the first place. But they soon learn about a cruise ship that departed 2 weeks ago, now heading to Macau. The party, it turns out, is taking place there, and this might be their last meal together before the next steps are taken. Tensions rise. Hana is determined, but others question if she should be going alone. As she gears up for her next move, a moment of reflection hits. Yi has been in hiding, likely with some help, and it seems there's a deeper connection between him, Giulio Parenti, and Mujin Kong, the CEO of Nguyen Shipping. The suspense thickens when an unexpected confrontation occurs. Someone tries to leave quietly, only to be stopped and interrogated. Accusations fly. Was there a betrayal? The conversation reveals more than expected, as Hana uncovers the truth about who the real imposter is, Mujin Kong. The tension escalates to a boiling point. With guns drawn and the threat of violence looming, the warning is clear. Run now, because next time I won't miss. And just when it seems like it might end, someone bursts in, and the chaos begins again. Hana narrowly escapes, leaving everyone scrambling. Hana finally arrives, but things quickly escalate. She receives a blurry photo, supposedly of Mujin Kong, but finding information about him has been nearly impossible. Even the company seems intent on hiding his existence. It turns out Mujin wasn't even in the line of succession until a few years ago when his half-brother, Mun Kong, stepped down. As for the party in Macau, it seems like it's either a sales pitch or an attempt to network. Tensions rise as Hana is warned about her Valentine's Day mercenary reputation. Apparently, she once put Cyril in the hospital and nearly slit Carlo's throat, marking her as someone not to be underestimated. Her companion is advised to keep his distance, especially at the upcoming party. Meanwhile, Hana herself is dealing with the aftermath of a confrontation. She had suspicions, but now things are clear. Taijun actually betrayed Yi and ran off, leaving Hana in a bloody mess. A doctor is called, and despite Hana brushing it off as a mere graze, the situation is more serious than she lets on. The conversation turns more personal, revealing layers of mistrust as Hana grapples with her next move. She's advised to leave Cambodia, find her brother in Macau, and return to Korea. The betrayal of Taijun weighs heavy on her mind, but her only option now is to lean on Parenti, the man who constantly causes her pain, yet hates to see her hurt. With this knowledge, Hana prepares herself. She'll use Parenti in the future, but the lingering question remains. Is he her lifeline, or is he just another rope leading her to ruin?